Show us your tips. Beaver and Daggy are with you to get stuck into some midweek racing from Canterbury and Sandown. How was the weekend, mate?
Yeah, it was a bit of an interesting weekend, a bit of ups and downs, and some really nice wins from some nice horses and some ordinary rides, I thought, from some good jockeys that probably cost a few horses a race or two.
Yeah. Agree. It's profitable for me, so I can't complain. Over a few people followed me in to Overlord. And
Yes,
I suggest that I'm probably going to ignore that Rosebud as a lead up. I don't think it was any good. I think there's some better 3-year-olds to come than what we saw there.
I just it was an interesting day. I thought my best bet, Gaza Blanca, was absolutely butchered. Cabalas in the first was a horror. It was just Mooney Valley was complete flip that you almost couldn't win if you're on the fence, and you had to be coming that 3, 4, 5 horses wide. Makes tracks like that just make it impossible to do the form early on. You know, throw stuff out the window, but that's racing.
Exactly. Any other takeaways? And I think Floating Artist might be a Caulfield Cup chance. I do think it's a nice horse. It was a good horse, and good to see it back. Anyway, let's get to Canterbury, where I've just realised before you logged on, I've deleted my notes. So we'll make it up as we go. We've got the rail in the True. It was a soft track. Should get to good, I'd suggest, with another good... As I just see, Tim Sheens has been sacked. How about that? Anyway, with another good card here to talk about, we kick off with the 12-year-olds. 1,200 metres with the 3-year-olds, I should say. How are we starting the day? Shit. With a coffee is the answer.
Very good. Look, I think hard to go past the even money favourite here. Won its trial really well. Looks to have a little bit of ability, and this isn't a great race of those that have been tried. Has J Mac aboard, so should be hard to beat, even though he was the culprit for a couple on the weekend.
He did ride a couple of winners too, in fairness, but I suggest this is a target race. Twice in for a couple of trials, couple of spells, came back and won the trial well. I think they've been waiting to get this ready to start with a kill, and that's what's going to happen here with Bravely. If there's a danger, I think it might be, Kjellwolf, who I thought trialled her right up on pace a couple of times and maybe over the odds. The second, this time it is a 3-year-olds and over 1,200 metres. The fillies turn, and Tao Tao has the track and distance set up here. That was a pretty good run last time out, although at the beaten at the short price. But that horse came out and ran again well on the weekend, and has lost most of the dangers here. If I really had to find one now, I'd suggest Fabergé was given none first up and can improve from the inside gate there, but going to be very hard to beat now, this favourite, Beaver.
No, I'm going away from the favourites. Could be hard to beat, but thought it was a bit skinny. I'm going for Untouchable Legend. I don't think its form's been too bad, and it was the last run was behind Cabalas, who, when Cabalas won and should have won again on the weekend. So I think that form line is not bad. Form line prior to that, last prep was in good company. This looks an ideal target, and if there is a chink in the top favourites armour, I think this is the play at $4 plus.
Awesome. 1,900 metres. Benchmark 72 comes up next. I hate this race. I don't particularly want to be involved with Milky Bar Kid after it didn't get the job done last time. Maybe third up is okay, but I don't like this race at all for the sake of a tip. I'll put Tip of the Spear on top, but probably won't be betting.
I'm with you. I hate this race as well. I just kept looking at it and going, no, I can't back Milky Bar Kid. But then I looked for something else and I went, I can't back any of those either. So I'm not even going to give anyone a tip. Just stake Stickley, for God's sake.
Yeah. The fourth is a 1,250 metre benchmark 72 for the Colts and Geldings. Who do you like here?
Yeah, look, I think setup here and timing is right for Atlantic Ocean to get a win here. Third up here, last start was really good. Loved the way it hit the line against Stromboli, was well backed in the market then. Gets the right setup here. This is a very winnable race, and I've got it on top and clear pick.
I suppose I have to agree with you, and I don't really feel comfortable because it does need to win one, but that last start was very good. That's good enough to win here. If I'm going to make a case away from it, Blinkers going straight onto mission value interest me. Pretty much shall we call it a look at the track first time up at Kenzo, comes to Canterbury, Swoopers Gate, blinkers on, and $16. I may have a play around that. In a very average race, the rest of these probably belong at Hawkesbury tomorrow. But anyway, the fifth is an 1100 metre benchmark, 72. And I'm with the favourites, it's getting in now, but I liked what High Plateau did a couple of times. Its 2 early starts last prep. Looks a nice horse. Resumed over the 900 metres at Newcastle, which, again, treating that sort of as a barrier trial. J-Mac on, I think it'll win this. This is another essentially provincial race. I couldn't even find any solid metro form to suggest away from it, really. Did you have anything here?
No, no dangers to High Plateau here. Its first up run was 3 lengths behind our Cobra Sun at Newcastle, as you said, carried 61 kilos. Our Cobra Sun has got a bit of ability and came out and won really easily again after that in town, I think a midweeker. It's got ability, and it drops 4 kilos on that. That was a really good trial for this. Gate 9 is okay. It'll be winning.
Beauty. I hope so, because I'll be backing it. The girls' version is next. Again, 1250. Again, benchmark 72. We've lost half the field, which probably is advantageous to these favourites. Is that the way you're going?
Yeah, I think that's right. It is advantageous to this favourite, and I think you can go blue and get the jockeys here. It was a good win at Sandown Lakeside and had some good form back in Sydney prior to that against some decent horses. Got J-Mac aboard inside gate, should get the right run here. And I think J-Mac's going to ride 3 in a row here. It's the way to go.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. That was I was terrified of 3 or 4 back the fence in a big field. Now we're thinning out. I think J-Mac finds a spot. All things being equal, it'll beat these. A lot of these aren't going anywhere, and they might have sent this to Melbourne, had the kill, got, oh, we've got something here, and put it back to Sydney. If it keeps progressing, I think she'll win. From Tashi, who's a Saturday-ish horse, and will run well again, as she always does, but doesn't win. So they're the key 2 for me. We'll wrap up with a 1550 benchmark 72, where I'm sticking with Sweysive. Sat outside lead last time, got the job done well. Before that, was desperately unlucky in town on a Saturday. Now Josh Parr finding the lead looks good to me at Canterbury. It was $8. I know we've lost a couple of key chances, but still at each way price, I'm backing it. That's how I'm finishing the day. Beaver.
Yeah, look.
At least they've saved you tipping for Jetersan here, so that's good.
Yeah. So this was, yes, I wasn't going to tip it anyway. I'm going to go with McDonald again. I think he's going to have a big day here. Not overly keen on this race as well, but they all sort of crossed the line in a similar field, sort of form field race. Last start, just sort of around the $5 mark. Fuller could be hardest to beat, and Sweysive, as you said, is also an excellent chance in good form. Probably chop out on both of those.
Awesome. Your best and value for progretracing.com.au.
Yeah, my best is race 5, number 10, High Plateau. I think it'll be winning. Value there, it's hard to find something. I think it's going to be a pretty skinny day for most of the favourites. I think there's 4 or 5 to win. Probably race 2, number 10, Untouchable Legend. I think at the $4-ish is not a bad bet.
I'm going to make my best in the last, Sweysive. I think it's going to run well in this race. It's up for grabs and it'll lead. Again, as you said, tricky to find anything really outside the market. So I'm going to go with race 4, number 2, Mission Value. Can run better than the $16 there. We're down to Lakeside, where the rail is, well, we're getting good track with the rail, I believe, in the 5 metre mark. It is. And an interesting little card. I got keener on this the more we went on, which tends to be the story at Sandown lately. Probably don't be too far from the pace here. We're kicking off with a 2100 metre benchmark 64. And the further I got into this race, the more questions I had than answers. So I gave up. I got nothing in the first.
Yeah, really open, tricky affair. For the sake of wanting a have a pick, I've gone Dodgy One, the top weight. Gets the 3 kilo claims here. Has been, last 5 starts has been ultra consistent. Only sort of one miss there, and that's when it went to Flemington and ran in the 3-year-old plus quality behind Mimi's Award. In this type of grade, it's been winning or running second, so I think it won't be far off again.
The second is a 1400 metre maiden for the 3-year-olds. Surely, if Magic's ever going to win a race, this is it, Beaver.
Yeah, I think that's right. Last chance here. Was a good first up.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty unlucky not to probably win here. It's been racing in much better company than this. This is the setup for its kill. Not a bad price actually, given the field and what it's done. So probably on top for me, and gate 1 suits.
Yeah, knowing the Hawks team, they would say, well, finally, we've got gate 1 and they'll be further forward, and this will be its crack here. If it doesn't win this, it's getting life. Spellmaster's the one it's going to have to run past. It's going to be honest and on pace, and it's about $5. The third race is a 1200 metre benchmark 64, and we see Coincide come down here from a nice kill at Kenzo. Gets a lead at Lakeside, which is perfect. That's a lot of ticks. With Geordie Childs going on, I think it wins here. Best of the day for me. I don't think there's too many dangers. Orion the Hunter is over the odds at $17. Is the only thing I'll add, really.
Yeah, look, I've gone for Coincide. I just hope something like Bold Julius doesn't try and worry it out of it. But I think it's got more upside than these. Yeah, that's my on-top pick. And open race, few chances.
The fourth is a 64 over 1,500 metres. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, this was tricky, wasn't it? Form lines are fairly deep here and hard to get a line on some of these. I went for my original pick has been scratched, so I've kind of been left with something at a little bit of price here, and I've gone for Emirati. Thought it could run well. Settled back last start and got hit the line all right here. Hopefully it can run on from sort of down the middle of the track. It's only lightly raced and could run well.
I was really keen on Korobaniki too, which I'm guessing you were.
Yes, that was I.
And as a result, I don't really want to suggest anything else because I wouldn't be doing it justice. Wherever it goes, I think it'll run well. That you could make a case it should have beaten Insulation last start, but anyway, it's not here, so who cares? The fifth is a mile benchmark 64, and I'm going to stick with the upside of Sirius Black. I think it had the look around first up, was able to get on pace or just behind the pace and have the kill out wide, back to town. I think this is better than 64 grade, basically, and Johnny Allen on's going to get a nice run on top for me. Divine Diosis always sets itself a task, but main danger here.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen on Sirius Black, actually.
Cool.
I think it's a real progressive horse, similar to you. I think it settles on speed here, and it's pretty easy win last start. Really good chance.
The sixth is a 1,400 metre benchmark 70, and I'm siding with the price runner here, who they could be in for a good afternoon. The Creator, who resumed in town and just got laid over all the way up the straight there by Tijuana, never really got going. Comes back to midweek grade and is right in this race. I think $5 is a nice price. Its form last prep was good. The trials were great. It's going to run well, and the market's singled out the main danger. Terra Star, back from a fair bit of black type, has to be a chance here on a dry track.
Yeah, I've gone for the resuming Magical Legend. Just thought it could run well. It doesn't win many, but is always there and thereabouts. Goes well first up. Four first up runs, all in the placings. This is not a tough affair, and has raced in some decent company before, so I thought it could run well around the $6 and give us a bit of a sight.
Awesome. The 7th is a benchmark 70 over the 1200 metres. And after scratchings, I was keen with scratchings, but even after scratchings, I like Eternal Flame here. Ended up in group racing last time. I thought the barrier trial coming here was absolutely fantastic, and is going to run very, very well here and hopefully win, to be honest. So that's who's on top. Don't have a lot of dangers left now.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Eternal Flame's on topper as well. Resuming here, very good in its first couple of runs. Won its maiden really easily, and then went straight to group company after a maiden win and performed admirably. Put out after 2 of those events and resumes here. Trial's good. Hard to beat with the scratchings. You're right.
Let's wrap up with a 1200 metre benchmark 64. Who do you like in the last?
Yeah, going for the favourite here in Extratwo. I think it can win here. Won first up last in his preparation. Then forget when it didn't finish the race after that. Wasn't too bad in the listed race back at Flemington behind Renosu. Was on pace up the straight there. I think it'd be better suited here around the bend. And I think that form is too good for these.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. I agree. On top as well, for all the reasons you said. For progroupracing.com.au, your best in value at Sandown Lakeside.
Yeah, my best is in the last race, 8, number 13, Extratwo. And my value bet is race 5, number 8, Sirius Black, 450. That is really good value. I think that's overs.
Beauty. I'm going to make my best race 3, number 1, Coincide. And my value now will be race 6, number 12 of The Creator. Around the $5 mark looks good to me. Anything happening up north?
Yeah, got a few up north for us at Eagle Farm. Race 3, number 1, Hype. I think it can bounce back to the winners list there after racing in some better races. I like race 7, number 3, Kokonotsu. I think it will be winning. My best up there. And in the last, some value. Race 8, number 3, all event, around $6.
Awesome. Thank you, Beaver. Good luck this afternoon. And
thank you, mate.
We'll be back to look at the first Group 1 of the Spring to Wink Stakes tomorrow night in the lead up to what's a massive spring carnival at progroupracing.com.au. Tune in then, and we'll chat soon, guys. See ya.